Hi there friends, this video is about why I love my job. Academia has its problems for sure, and you certainly hear plenty about that in social media and all kinds of news outlets. But above all that, I think we shouldn't forget that this is also potentially one of the greatest jobs on earth, and this is what this video is about. Now, in this video I don't want to deny that academia has its problems. It does. Work-life balance, pay, job security, those are all real problems. I'm not denying those. Also, I realize that I speak from a position of survivorship bias because I've been in a tenured professor position for decades. But be that as it may, here is why I really love this job. The first point is discovery. Now, what I mean by that is I love thinking about new stuff. I love making connections between topics that haven't been connected before. And I love, in making these connections, I love to think about new questions that haven't been asked before. So this is really what I mean personally by discovery, is stumbling across these connections by serendipity, by having seen something, read something in a magazine, watched a video clip somewhere, and then coming up with a new question. This is what I mean by discovery. There can also be this other meaning to discovery where you already have a question and then you discover something in the lab, basically a new mechanism or something else, a new feature of nature. This is less likely to happen in my career stage because I'm not in the lab as much anymore, or hardly ever. And so for me, discovery really means discovering new questions. And those, when I find them and when I can think about those, and when that this excitement of getting caught up in a new question, that makes me really happy. And I would list that at the top of my list of 4. Close second though is people. Now, in my life in academia, I've met some amazing people. Of course, they're also jerks. They're always there, right? It's humans. But I've met some amazing people, and I've made real friendships with people. And what's special about these friendships, that with people I would never have met otherwise, for sure, is that they are profoundly international. I mean, these are people from literally everywhere. And this may be possible in other jobs as well, but I think it's particularly likely in this profession. I mean, in our lab alone, we have people from 20 countries or so, and that I think is just simply fantastic, and I really enjoy that. And I enjoy these friendships that last for a long time, in some cases a decade or decades, and those make life really great, I think. And what makes these friendships also so special from a professional perspective, but also from a human perspective, is that these are people that are generally excited about the same stuff. They get excited about the same things. Broadly speaking, we may not work exactly on the same topic, but we get excited about new things, about discoveries. And I think that's what makes these great. The third is communication. Obviously, I'm talking to you at the screen right now. This is part of it. But mostly what I mean is, well, on the one hand, formal classroom teaching, and on the other hand, giving research seminars. So I think that there is nothing that quite compares to the high and the feeling of elation that I get after giving a lecture to like a couple hundred undergraduate students and teaching about ecology, or talking about my research in a research seminar or an invited lecture somewhere at a conference, and then seeing that it worked, that you could get your point across, that people are excited about it, they liked it. And I think that gives me an uncomparable high. And that must be fairly unique maybe to this profession. Maybe not. I mean, you can also have presentations in other walks of life, but I think this is anyway something that I enjoy a lot, the teaching communication component. Of course, one part of communication is also writing, and I do enjoy writing. That's important. I derive quite a bit of enjoyment from that, and I am quite happy and proud when a paper comes together nicely, for sure. This is also great. But I think that there is nothing quite as immediate as that feedback that you get after you've stood in front of a crowd of people. And the last part is, the last point anyway, is recognition. There's very many forms of recognition that you receive over your academic life, and I love those because they are real motivation boosters, and well, they make me feel good, as they would do for anybody. Examples are a nice paper being accepted, or an important grant being funded, or a PhD student graduating and doing really well, and a postdoc getting the job that they wanted. Those are moments of success. Also getting awards and prizes and memberships and fellowships. Those are real highlights in the career, and they mean a lot because they are, reflect the recognition of the work of the lab and of my own. It can also be journalists being interested in our work because it shows that the work has more general impact, and that gives you kind of a high and a moment of happiness when you get these requests. And it can also be little things, getting an email from a colleague or a Twitter message that says like, hey, your last paper, that was really cool, really like that paper. So I think those are also very nice little points that boost your morale and that make this great. Well, those in a nutshell are my top 4 reasons why I love this job in academia. And I would just really be interested in reading about yours. So it would be great if you took the time and added a comment and tell me about what your greatest enjoyment in academia is, because maybe it's quite different. And with that, thanks for watching. Have fun, enjoy it, and see you in the next video. Bye.